A historical tale of friendship, memories, and the undying roots of loyalty. Sunrise setting. Set in the 19th century countryside of northern England, amidst the emerald hills of Evergreen Valley, a remote village where seasons whisper secrets and rivers hum lullabies. Far from cities, here life breathes gently, slowly, and bonds grow deep. Scroll full-length historical story, approximately 7,000 words overview. Greater than, for your convenience, I'm giving a summary per scene here. If you like, I'll generate each full section as complete narrative chapters in long form. Where friendship took root. In the misty valley of Evergreen, there lived 5 inseparable friends. Elena, kind-hearted and wise beyond her years, daughter of a herbalist. Thomas, brave and impulsive, with dreams of becoming a soldier. Isabel, a girl with an artist's soul and eyes like the morning sky. Matthew, curious, bookish, always asking why. Julian, gentle, silent, and the only one who could make nature sing through his wooden flute. They grew up under the great cedar tree near the old church ruins, which they called the Tree of Promises. Every evening, after chores and meals, they gathered to share stories, sing songs, and dream aloud. The Valley of Innocence. Life in Evergreen was slow but magical. Horses on cobblestone paths, apple pies cooling on windowsills, and the morning bell from the old church tower. Elena would tend herbs with her mother. Thomas practiced fencing with sticks. Isabel sketched mountains on scraps of parchment. Matthew read borrowed books under the tree. Julian played melodies that made birds stop mid-flight. Their laughter echoed through the valley like bells on a wedding day. They made a pact, cutting fingers gently and pressing thumbs. Nothing will ever part us. Not time, not dreams, not distance. This tree is our forever. When roads diverge, time has no mercy. One by one, fate knocked on their doors. Elena received a scholarship to study medicine in London. Thomas was recruited by the Royal Cavalry. Isabel won an art residency in France. Matthew joined a monastery to pursue theology. Julian stayed. He alone remained in Evergreen, playing his flute by the cedar tree, waiting. They all promised letters. And for a while, letters came. But slowly, the ink faded, and silence grew. The silence between notes. Julian aged without noticing. His mother passed. He took over the small apothecary. But each evening, without fail, he would sit beneath the cedar and play the tune they once called the Song of the Five. In London, Elena became a skilled physician. In France, Isabel's paintings gained acclaim. Thomas rose through the military. Matthew became a respected scholar. But none felt whole. Something was missing. Julian's final letter, handwritten, trembling, reached them all one winter. The tree still stands. But my heart doesn't. Come, if you remember what we once were. Return to Evergreen. They all returned, aged, changed, afraid. Yet, as they walked toward the cedar tree, time melted. Elena still smelled of herbs. Thomas still held himself like a warrior. Isabel had paint under her fingernails. Matthew clutched an old leather-bound Bible. And Julian was already gone. He had passed 2 days before, flute still in his hand, a smile on his lips, sitting under the cedar. He had waited, and they had come. The Tree of Promises. They buried him beneath the cedar, just where his flute had fallen. Later that night, without speaking, the 4 old friends lit 5 lanterns, placed them on the river, and watched them drift. Isabel whispered, "We were never apart." Matthew added, "We only forgot the way back." Elena planted a circle of healing herbs around the grave. Thomas, in his soldier's voice, said, "He kept the promise. Now so shall we." The School of 5. The 4 friends decided to stay in Evergreen. Together, they built the House of 5. A school where music, medicine, art, knowledge, and kindness were taught to every child, regardless of class. Julian's flute now rests above the school's door. And beneath the cedar, carved in bark, are 5 names. Elena, Thomas, Isabel, Matthew, Julian, and below them, those who plant love, harvest forever. Friendship is not bound by time or place. It's a root, once planted in love, it blooms across lifetimes.